Alrighty, what is up guys? You guys saw last video, kind of introducing the new truck here, giving it a little bit of a reveal. Now we're going to hop right in and start doing some work on it. On today's list, probably going to be removing the mud flaps on it, and definitely going to be getting to putting in a new AC fan for it. The one that is in there right now currently has been chewed away a little bit by mice, and then also I do know there are a lot of like acorns and just a bunch of junk that was brought into the HVAC system due to mice that we're going to clean out, get the new fan in, and so we can start enjoying AC again. Even though that it is mid-September, you know, it's still pretty hot around here, and with a 35-minute ride coming home from school every day, we're going to need the AC. So we're going to hop right into it and get started. Alrighty, so hopefully this will help other people also who have this problem. Alright, so you'll see I'll turn it on, and I'm only able to have right now my fan on basically the second speed because I have it on full AC, so it blows a little bit, but I need more air power. So if I go to turn it up, you'll hear there's junk down in there, and then also since it's chewed away on some sides, it's all the fan blade is imbalanced, so that could also be creating the noise. Then we go to high, and you hear it's just whipping around stuff and sucking stuff in. So we've got to fix that, and hopefully we'll have a working AC system here. Alrighty, so I went ahead here, pulled one of the bolts out. There's 3 of them, and I say bolts, they're more of machine screws, as you guys would be able to tell. And you can tell the head here is a little worn because I have pulled this fan out before to clean it, but without prevail. I still need to clean out the rest of the HVAC system. So there's going to be 3 of these that you need to pull out. They're kind of in a triangle. I'll be better able to show you once this is out. There's one right up here, and then one right up here. You can either use a star bit, an 8mm, or in my case, I just use a flathead. So choose your pick there, and it all works the same.
Ryan Little.
Yoga.
Alrighty. So now I'm going to show you kind of what you're going to expect if you're getting that same noise that I am. And it's not usually pretty. So as you can see all the way around, I've got, you know, on the inside, I've got teeth marks and chewed away portions of the fan, and then a bunch of junk in here. And I also pulled away this motor cover once, and there was a bunch of junk in there. I don't even know how it got in there since that is sealed off, but we're going to get to seeing if there's any more junk up in there and then putting in the new fan. So I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out because this is pretty tight quarters here, so filming it is a little tough. But to get to the HVAC system, your condenser is right in here. And that's where I found a bunch of stuff last time I cleaned it, and so I want to go back, make sure it's all clean before I put in the new fan and I don't ruin it by sucking a bunch of junk in. So to do that, first thing you're going to do is remove the glove box here, and I just brought out my impact driver to speed things up a little bit. It's not necessary, but it helps the process go along. And the first thing you're going to want to do is there's 2 Phillips head screws down in here that hold in the glove box to the cross member, and then which we will be removing also, but in due time. So we're going to first get to pulling this out. Open the latch, and then you can proceed to pulling the whole glove box out. So now that you have that out, the next thing I like to do is remove this piece up here and this cross member down here. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, so to remove this cross member, all you're going to need is a 10mm and then a 10mm and a Phillips head screwdriver or impact to remove those in the corner there. And then we're going to take a 10, which I have right here. I also am going to be putting that on the impact. And like that, we've got that removed. So nothing too hard. I like to put all the screws and bolts with the pieces so I don't get them mixed up. So I'm going to put that up here. And then this right here just comes out like that. Nothing too crazy. I'll also put that behind us here. And then, alright, now we have a clear shot at what we want to be working with, which is the HVAC system. In here's your condenser, your coils, all that. It's just how Toyota does it with this design. A good way to check if there is any junk without tearing the whole bottom out is grabbing yourself a Phillips, whether that's on an impact or whatnot, and just pulling out this little piece right here. Not exactly sure what it even is, but you can pull it out and get a good idea by looking down in here if there is any junk. So I'm going to use my phone, take a little light, and see if there's anything down there. Alrighty, so I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see, but I'm going to do my best. But back in that corner there is a pile of junk, acorns and stuff like that we were finding in the fan. So I'm going to proceed to pulling off this bottom cover and see if we can't get it out. To get this screw, you have to remove this top cover, which is just two 10mm, one up here and then one on the adjacent side. Alrighty, so as you guys see, a bunch of electronics on the back here. So I always just like to fold it over to this side and call it a day, and hold it there while you have to work around it. So I got a small screwdriver here that we're gonna call in to help us out and get this thing undone. It's just a small Phillips. I wasn't able to fit my drill in there. Like I recalled, if I recall correctly, I was able to before, but since we're done with this for right now, we can pop that shield back up in there, and then, let's see. Now, the fun part is figuring out how this comes back down. It's been a while since I've done it. So if you guys know better ways to do anything that you see me doing on the channel, feel free to put in your comments, and I do appreciate it. Alrighty, so what I'm going to show you guys is not too pretty. We got a bunch of junk and moisture, and yeah. So we want to clean that up because that is not going to be producing clean air. into your truck. So we're gonna get that cleaned up here, and hopefully be breathing better air here soon. I don't know how much you guys are gonna be able to see, but we cleaned it out a lot better. Obviously, this condenser right here, it's still got a little bit of junk in it, more so on it, but cleaned everything off loose that was loose on it, and we're gonna hope for the best here. So as long as it's better than it was before, trust me, you do not want to be breathing the stuff that was coming out of here. It was just a bunch of, it basically looked like mulch, but obviously was brought in there by mice or squirrels. Super stoked that it went as well as it did. Obviously not perfect. I just don't have the time nor the confidence to safely and efficiently pull out the condenser, drain the AC system, and do all that work so I could get this out to clean it. So for the time being, it's as clean as it's gonna get, and yeah, we're gonna just get back to putting it back together and then get the new fan installed. Here's our new fan here, and it was a whopping $32 on Amazon. So cannot complain with that, because trust me, you'll need AC, especially during the summer here and closing out into the fall here. It is well worth the $32. Also, you know, that gives you the opportunity to go in there, clean that all out, which you don't want to be breathing. So it's a win-win all the way around, and for $32, can't complain. It doesn't come with any of the mounting hardware, so you want to use the old stuff. First thing you're going to do, plug in your power, and then you're going to orient it as such, so the flat part is facing the condenser over here. And then from there, it's the same as taking it out. Here's the true test here. You're going to see. And just like that, full speed, blowing nice and cold. No complaints whatsoever. Air also doesn't smell like mulch or decaying brush. So yeah, cannot complain. Full blast. Just nice. Nice to have the AC back. And we'll shut her down. With that, we're going to end today's video. Enjoy, and if you guys did like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. You know, in the next couple of videos, this truck may or may not get a little higher. Things to come there. So if we don't get a new frame, then I'm going to be rebuilding this one, new shocks, stuff like that. So definitely a lot to come. Stay tuned for more, and with that, take it easy.